Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be making this Enderman spawner that you see behind me. Hopefully you guys are ready. Alright guys, so today we're going to hop right on into industrial foraging, I think it is. Industrial foregoing. Yeah. Foregoing, yeah. Industrial foregoing. We're gonna test out that mod a little bit. We're gonna get into it, hopefully get ourselves some mob stuff going. Before we get started with that, I do want to tell you guys I have been streaming on Twitch. You guys can check me out there. There's a link on the front page of the channel. You can click that, or you can go to twitch.tv/ChosenArchitect and find me there. I've been streaming from 9, starting at 9, and then ending roughly around 4 hours after that. It all depends on how much fun I'm having. So, you guys can find me there. I'll be there most days. I think I'm going to try and do it every day from now on. But, yeah, I've been playing Overwatch, so you guys can check it out there. But anyways, let's go ahead and get back into this. We're going to need to make a tree fluid extractor. Now, it's a little weird. It doesn't really tell you much about this, because if you look for latex, this is not going to tell you that it collects latex. It just tells you in the description of the actual block itself. So you really need to kind of read this before you get started, and kind of look at the mod, look at the page. That's what I had to do. I had to go in their actual curse page and kind of figure it out. It actually shows at the beginning. You can tell people had a lot of questions about it because they wouldn't have it right there on the front page how to get started. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this, you're going to set it right in front of a tree, and it's going to start collecting latex. And we're going to need that latex because we're going to need a latex extractor. There we are. We're going to need this latex processing unit. It requires a machine case, which requires a redstone block, and everything else we should have, yeah, and an iron gear. So yeah, these machines are pretty simple to make. Oh, 2 furnaces. Alright, and this guy does require power. And hopefully, I wonder if I can set it right next to it. And will it accept? Energy, water tank, latex tank, left. Latex tank, right. Oh, fluid containers. Right. Will it drain? I was hoping that it would integrate and go right into the block next to it, but it may require power first. That's why I have these coal generators. And we throw some coal in there and get some power into this guy. It also requires some water, this does. Always active. What I want is, I want the latex tank to be filled. Does it not do that automatically? Huh. That might be an issue. Let's try this. Fluid containers. The left of the block, because right now we're facing the wrong direction. Still going up. Nothing. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna just let this process. I could use some fluid pipes, most likely. I'm sure that that would work. We're going to have to worry about that later, but let's go ahead and start working towards getting the things that are going to spawn our mobs to get us started. And if we look at Astral Sorcery, there's this lovely stuff called Nocturnal Powder. And it's the same thing as the Illumination Powder, but it spawns a large amount of mobs for quite a while, quite a good period, and it's actually really good. I tested it out, and it seems to work perfect. But it needs to be nighttime for us to make this stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and get the few things that I need to be able to make this stuff. Let's see, we're going to need... we're going to need a little bit more glowstone. Let's see, we can do, because I'm just going to make a little bit of it right now, because it does last quite a while, and it'll be enough to get us started, hopefully, with everything else. Okay, So another thing we're going to need to do. We're going to need a Safari net. We're going to need some other machines. So let's look at this. So we're going to need these mob things. Let's see. Let's just do mob, because it's a little bit easier. So we have this thing called a Mob Relocator that we're going to need, and then a Mob Duplicator. So the Mob Relocator requires this plastic, and that's what we're currently working on making. And so does the Mob Duplicator. Requires plastic, requires some magmas, requires you to go to the end. And then this guy requires a gas tier. So, just a few things we have there. We almost have a bucket worth of this latex. I need to go ahead and fill this up with water. So let me gather some water. Also, I went ahead and made this Magma Crucible. Here, really simple. I just wanted a source of lava. It does use a bit of power, but I just wanted a just lava source that I don't have to go find, so I can keep filling this guy up. So it's a little bit easier on me. But yeah, we can fill this guy with water, and hopefully there's enough latex now. Yes, 1 bucket worth. Should be able to pull that out. Maybe there we go, bucket of latex. And I'll put that in there. And look, it's already processing these tiny little rubber pieces. And it's already used a bucket of water. So yeah, we're going to need an infinite source of water. I do think there is one within this pack. It's called a... where's it at? Water condenser, but it requires plastic. So yeah, we're going to need some water for sure. There is an aqueous accumulator. So like, every time it uses a bucket, it creates a rubber. So yeah, accumulator. How expensive is this? And then, how much power does it use? So it uses 10. So we can try this guy. Let's see. It might be worth our time to make this. And then we're going to need some kind of fluid device. Or a fluid pipe. So you have an aqueous accumulator. Oh, and it's getting nighttime. And so what we can do with this, create 3 slots. We should be able to put water on both sides of this. And it worked, but we need to go ahead and get these things made up over here since it's become nighttime. I just want to get these guys done real quick so we can have that nasty powder with us. We're going to need ink. That should be plenty. And then coal. That's probably not enough. I have some coal over here. Oh, I have tons of coal. Way over here. So I'll just go get that. Looks like we are doing pretty good over here. I'll just take a stack of that for now. And fly on over to our Astral Sorcery area. Which is just right over here. Look at that, nice little quick trip. A lot of flowers over here. Okay. So, let's go back to Astral Sorcery. We should be able to make more of this. And wand it. Hopefully I have enough to make a bunch of it at first. I don't have any food on me, do I? So that made it all. And we'll take that. And what was this dark stuff? Oh, we need lapis. That is something we need. Some good old lapis lazuli. Oh, it consumed the block. Okay. I need to remember that. So I consume the block, I can just place blocks of logs in front of it. So we can use a placer to automate that. Okay. Will it only work with... Uh-oh. Let's see, what am I missing? Regular coal. Ooh. Oh well. We'll still have enough. We'll make quite a bit of it, though. At least enough for us to get started a little bit, and then I can mine up some more coal, or, of course, there always is more coal. So we have 20 of these powders. I don't want to place one yet, because that will be messy. So I will wait to place that. I can't really go walk very fast, so I have to fly. But I'm going to go ahead and get some more of that rubber process so we can start making some stuff and progress a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to go over kind of how I automated this little setup here. So what I did is I went ahead and made some fluid ducts from thermodynamics. They actually work quite nice. This guy works automatically. I didn't remember if it used power or not, but it just works automatically. So I love this thing. I remember why I love this so much. And then this automatically, the Oculus accumulator automatically pumps fluids out, so you don't need a servo. But this guy needs a servo because you're extracting from this machine. It doesn't automatically push out. But you have to make sure the sides are set correctly down here, or otherwise it won't work. Same with this. You have to make sure it's set. So now we have these tiny dry rubber pieces, and what we're going to do with those is we're going to take them over here, and we're going to craft them into these dry rubber pellets. And then from there, we need to smelt them. So, throw them into a redstone furnace. While we're waiting for that, I also wanted to show you behind here is an auto placer. So this is really simple. You just put it there, put some logs in there, and it's automatically going to place logs whenever this one breaks. That way, when this is done, you should be good to go. You can also use auto placers for things like this as well. Put an auto placer facing upwards, and it'll automatically, whenever you're done harvesting this, it'll automatically place a log back in its place, and you continue that process. So the auto placers are really good for that. But this guy doesn't use much fuel, and we're making those little rubber pellets that we need to propel us into getting ourselves a mob farm. Now you guys may be thinking there's probably easier ways to do this, but from my experience so far after looking in the pack, yeah, this is going to be one of the easier ways of getting a mob grinder going up. Okay, so we can make a mob relocator. Now, this is what I really wanted to make first thing, because this is going to be it's going to make it really easy for us at first, because it'll be a simplified mob grinder just with that one block itself. I'm always grabbing some iron. Iron is like so needed in this pack. Well, in every pack really. But I'm gonna go ahead and get some of that cooking. So yeah, we need some books, which I probably had some in my inventory there. 2 of these guys, which require iron for right now. Another block of redstone, and then just some more iron. Other than that, we should be good to go. Let's see, now we can make the 2 gears. There we go. And the rest of it. Mob Relocator. And now what this is going to do, this is going to kill the mobs for a cost of energy. And the energy cost is a little steep, I think. In my testing, it was pretty high per mob kill, but it's totally worth it. So what we're going to do with this guy is we're going to place it down here, and then we're going to give this thing some energy with one of these coal generators, and we have some charcoal on us. So let's go ahead and break this area. We'll place this guy down. It's facing the right direction. And then right here you can see show work area, and you can see the area is enclosed within this box. And that's going to kill anything that goes in there. But we also need a generator. And you know what? I might actually just put 2 generators because it does draw a lot of power, and this is going to give it a bunch more power. So energy, there's some kind of T energy. T of T. I don't know what the T stands for. But this guy should kill any of the mobs that come our way. Now, when it comes to killing the mobs, or throwing these things in here, it did light it up. These cave illuminators are kind of bugging me. I wish they wouldn't light things that are above them. Above ground. But they do. But it doesn't really matter. If these guys will work at night, it doesn't matter. But what I will do is I'll give myself some steps. Just like that. Actually, just one step, really. I just need to be able to peek in here. Actually, probably peek. You know what? This ain't gonna work. We'll have to... I'll just do it from here. And I can close it up whenever I need to. Okay, so this guy has some energy built up. I should be able to kill some mobs now. Let's take this powder. And we'll try one for now. Look how crazy this is. So yeah, they're spawning in there. This guy is killing them, giving us all the mob drops from it. So what we kind of need, I should say, since we're getting all these mob drops, we need something to extract the items out. So we can go ahead and get ourselves another item extractor. We could use a hopper as well. I think a hopper would work. Might be faster, but let's do item duct. We have these item ducts already available, and then we have the servos already ready to go. Then we need a storage crate. Actually, we can just take one of these storage crates. We don't need these over here. Perfect. I will take that storage crate. And we should have ourselves a pretty nice setup over here. All we gotta do is spam these Nocturnal Powders. Which it didn't even use one. What? I had 20, right? Pretty sure it didn't use one. Maybe I'm going crazy. Okay. Let's put the item duct here. Actually, let's put it on the bottom. Just be super fancy. Make sure we have this area right here, the orange area, set to down. Now connected. And what we can do is we can pop our servo on there. And maybe click our servo. Put the redstone controlled there. And then hook up our storage crate. And it should pull items out. Slowly but surely. Yes, it's pulling items out. You know, I almost feel like a hopper would be a lot faster. Because I don't have the upgrades on the servos. Or I could just make upgraded servos. Why don't I just do that? Why don't I just upgrade the servos? So what do we have? We have Hardened Servos. This extracts 16 items at a time. I still think a hopper is going to be best right now. So let's make a chest, of course. I wish these were ore-dicked. I don't know why they're not. We're out of wood. Awesome. There we go. And then I'm going to need some iron. Alright. And we'll set this up. Now that should make it a lot easier to do. And the reason I don't want this front covered right now, simple reason, later on we're going to be removing that essence from here. Alright, let's just break you. Because I think this will be a lot faster. To be honest. We already have an entire bucket of essence. Now, we need this essence to be able to spawn our own mobs. So if I just want to spawn Enderman alone, I'll have another machine over here just spawn, or on top of it, just spawning Enderman. So, keep that in mind. So yeah, it's not even using the powder. It's not using it up. You guys seeing that? Oh, I placed that in the wrong place. Good, nothing spawned. Okay. Yeah, it still didn't use it. Now they're not spawning. There they go. So yeah, pretty nice. I think at night this works even better. Oh yeah, this is draining much faster now. As you can see, this fluid essence is also building up quite fast. So this mob essence, I mean, it'll probably sustain itself once we have a mob spawner up there. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's self-sustaining. That's the only issue. Alright, so it's dark again, and we can actually make this mob imprisonment tool. So we're going to need this to basically trap a mob in here, so that way we can duplicate it. And you know what mob I want to trap? That's right, an Enderman. But we need to find an Enderman before we can even think about doing that. So let's go Enderman hunting, and hopefully we can find one. And we can swap out mobs at any time. So if we want to spawn creepers, we can do that. If we want to spawn spiders, we can do that. Zombies, anything you want, we can do that. We just need to find the mob and then click on it with this tool. But really, I'm mainly after Enderman, and that's because there's a mod in here that relies heavily on Enderman. Speaking of Enderman, how lucky! Boop, ours now. So I can head all the way back, and then we can work on making the actual mob spawner itself. Alright, so we should have just about everything we need. I just need to get this rubber turned over here, and then we can work on making that mob, what is it, duplicator? Mob duplicator, or mob, yeah, duplicator. Okay, so we need some emerald. I did get emerald, though, a long time ago. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I did get emerald. There's emerald spread out all over in these buildings, so you can easily find some of that there. And that's exactly what I did. So we need machine casing. We need 2 of these plastics, what we're waiting on. We have nether wart. We need to make magma cream. 2 of those. Bam, that was easy. And the 2 plastic. The plastic is what takes the longest with this mod, I would have to say. Because you have to, and it's best to automate it. You have to set it all up. Okay, so power to this guy. So what we can do, we can use a coal generator for this, or use these 2 down here. I'm probably going to hook a secondary coal generator. I think I should place this guy here. Yeah, I'm going to place it right on top, not the coal generator. What am I doing? Coal generator go on the side. Or on the top. Actually, I placed it up here. Just to make it look nice. That. Then we'll put our mob duplicator here. And we need to make sure it's pointing in the right direction. Okay, it's definitely not pointing in the right direction. And that's a dangerous location there. I might have to expand the size of this guy. Let me get inside here. And we'll see the spawn radius. So this guy spawns, it looks like a radius of a normal mob spawner. That I wasn't thinking about. Okay, well we can fix that though. We can make this work. We can make it work. Figure it out. Are there conveyors? Let's see. We do have the conveyor belts from Immersive Engineering. Huh. this was unexpected. Okay. What I can do, I'll just get some cobblestone and stuff, and I'll build a cage around it, and then we'll figure it out from there. Alright guys, so here's what I've got so far. I went ahead and just built the box around this guy. Actually, let me go ahead and finish this little section. I missed, okay. So yeah, I just built the box around the retaining area that this actually shows, just to make sure the mobs are in here. Then I put conveyor belts down from Immersive Engineering. Now this should pull the mobs. Slowly but surely, it'll pull them and push them. It should work. It works for me, so it should work for mobs. As you can see, if they spawn anywhere on these guys, it should work. Now, what I need to do is put this guy in here. And that should work. I might have to raise the roof more. I don't know. This should not count as a full block height, so they should be fine. But this guy needs the fluid essence, and that's what this guy was for. So getting mobs in here is definitely necessary. Now, I do have this configured right here to go on the upside and that, and all I got to do now is put a servo on this, and this should start working. And then I have access from the roof to add more coal to this. It's fully powered. It's ready to go. All it needs is essence. So let's close this up, and now we have a little window here because we can now see. So hopefully this will work. All I gotta do is put the servo on it and put it to that. Looky there. Ender pearls. Oh, it's not pushing them. Okay, so that's what I was wondering, if it was going to actually push the Enderman. And it doesn't look like it is. So that could be an issue. Okay, let's set this to ignored, or set this to high. It's out of essence, so it won't actually work unless it has essence built up in it. Okay. So that is a problem. Let's see, it's kind of dangerous, I know. Don't want to look at them. Very dangerous situation here. Can we move them? No. What I could do is make them mad, but then I'm afraid they'll teleport around. Oh boy, this is a mess. I could get them all to come to me. Ah, these are keeping them from moving. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm actually gonna try and enclose this whole area up here. Maybe it's the roof that's preventing them from being pushed. It is. Okay, so it's not the conveyor belt's fault. It's just the roof height. Okay, so I do have the setup correct. Because, like, this guy... Yeah. This guy's still producing? Yes, it is. It's still on. Let's turn this off. Okay, so yeah, I just need to make the roof a bigger size. Let me let these guys in. Awesome. This is awesome. It's kind of what I wanted, but it's still kind of buggy right now. So let me... I just need to raise the roof height, is all I need to do. And they should move. Where's my drill? There they go. I can leave this open. There's no need for me to even have a roof on it, to be honest. So yeah. This is perfect. I did kind of break this, though. Let's see. Where'd my fluid ducts go? Did the Enderman actually take my fluid ducts? Oh no. They didn't. I guess this guy was shut off so it wouldn't connect. But now, we should have a pretty good and pretty functioning setup here. It looks like it's generating enough essence to keep it running. I must say, this is not a bad spawner. Not bad at all. Pretty proud right now. So yeah, I can pretty much put any mob in there right now, and it would spawn them and keep them pretty much trapped. As long as there's enough power, which right now it's out of power, of course, because I derped. And I broke the coal generator. There we go. Now it'll generate power. Or generate more. Look at all these ender pearls, though. Awesome. So yeah, I just let this guy run, and if it ever runs out, I can just feed it some more of this stuff, this Nocturnal Powder. And we should be good to go. So yeah, this has been a really good episode, I must say. I don't know about you guys, but for me, that's quite satisfying watching a bunch of Endermen die. I don't know about you. That sound was not good. Alright, so I figured out what those explosion noises were, and I went ahead and fixed that. So what I did was I went ahead and took an item and put it up here instead of the hopper on the bottom. I just put the, moved everything to the bottom here, and just hid everything. I thought it was Enderman taking these fluid ducts, but if you read here, it says, will break if the contents are extremely hot or cold. Now, I did not know if this was hot or cold or not. Apparently it's hot or cold, one of them. Doesn't really matter. It's either one of those. And so what it's doing, it was exploding. So I had to upgrade it to the hardened versions, and now it's not having any issues at all. So this is working out quite nice. Items aren't getting backed up. I upgraded this to a Hardened Servo. I think that's a Hardened Servo. Either way, it's only working with Enderman, so it only has to pull one type of item out, or two different kinds. And it's doing its job just fine. But when this runs out of coal, that's when we're going to run into an issue. So, yeah, I think this is working out quite nice. And you know what? If you guys have enjoyed this episode and learned something, please don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And as always, thanks for watching.